I recently viewed your application on this nursing position, and you have qualified. Can you tell me about yourself?
Well, I am the kind of person who has the ability to hear a person out and put myself in their shoes, because nothing frustrates a person more than not being heard nor understood. For example, I have a stepmom that is sick and she has amnesia, so I know it was very difficult for her to get around and stuff. But because I'm patient and have great communication skills, I was able to help her out, and I decided that nursing is for me because I genuinely love helping people and working with them and taking care of them.
Hello, my name is Kamaya Henry, and I'm here with Jasmine Jones, and we will be talking about her journey of being homeless. So, Jasmine, how many years were you homeless?
I was homeless for 10 years.
How did being homeless make you feel?
Being homeless made me feel stuck in a place that I couldn't get out of and scary.
So, you talked about your father's injury and how the money wouldn't come in normally. So, and you also talked about how a friend of the family helped you guys out with setting you up in the basement of a church. So, could you talk a little more about and give us insights of how you guys got into the church and what did you guys do?
So one night, my father and my godfather, they were there to hear a part of the service because my godfather was a guest speaker. So after service, my godfather introduced my dad to the pastor of the church, and from there my dad and the pastor gained a connection, and the pastor allowed us to stay there for however long we needed to until we got back onto our feet.
And so how do you plan on having your future? You want to be an event planner?
Yes.
And what's the company's name?
Marriott.
And you're also going to college. You're going to Hood.
hmm
And so what are your goals for your life and trying to go forward with being homeless in the past?
Well, looking forward, my goals are to get my bachelor's degree in business administration, and then from there to get my master's degree, then start looking for a job that matches with my career, and then find a place for me to live.
Okay, that's it for today. Thank you for telling me about your story.
I'm Isaac Carey, and I'm with Kamaya Henry, and she's talking about her interest in becoming an EMT and what past experience brought her here. Kamaya, I know you've gone through some different types of health traumas in your past. Describe to me how your past of health and other issues you run into has impacted you.
My past has helped me discover that I want to be an EMT by showing me different ways that I could help other people. And my sister was sick when we were younger, so that mostly motivated me to help people and my family.
Describe what happened with your sister a little.
My sister had a sinus infection and she had a tube going through her arm to drain the mucus out of her heart.
Was that a short term or a long term?
It was a long term.
How did that impact you having her in the hospital for a long time?
It impacted me because I couldn't see her every day as usually. We didn't go to school together anymore. And she was hurt, and it made me hurt too for her.
And is that part of why you're motivated to become someone who helps others, such as an EMT?
Yes, that is part of it, and plus some of my family members had jobs in that field of work.
And they've motivated you as well.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say is your now driving interest and motivation to continue to be an EMT?
My motivation is helping other people like when you see people on the street like having a crisis or something, and you just have to jump in and help them, no matter who you are, where you come from. You have to help them in order to save their lives, and because you never know, they might want to live for something more, and that like could help you in your lifetime.
That was great. Thank you, Kamaya.
So, why would you like to become an architect?
Because I am the type of person who like to create and build things. I like to plan beforehand, and I like to work hard to meet deadlines and ensure the job is accomplished or complete. I've been building for 10 years plus. I built tables, my own porch, dog houses, decks, and plus I have my complex international project experience, which I think is a great fit for this job.
Hello, my name is Jasmine Jones, and today I will be interviewing Isaac about the Boston Marathon bombing. So tell me about what happened that day.
I had gone to see the Boston Marathon because my dad was running in it. So me, my family, I was with my mother, brother, and grandfather. We'd gone to see him, and when we heard the first explosion, we were relaxing with him in a courtyard after the race.
How old were you at the time?
I was 11 years old.
What was your biggest concern when you heard about the bombings?
By the time I realized that we were in a situation that was dangerous, my first and most primary concern was my grandfather, because he was 84 at the time, so he wasn't moving as quick as we were, and I was nervous how we were going to get him with us home safely.
And how did you make it home?
Once we realized, so we had heard the first explosion and didn't make much of it because we assumed it was construction. We heard the second and got up to start to just get going. We thought it was ready. And then my mom got a call from her colleague in a panic saying, there were 2 bombs that went off, you need to leave now. So we started running to the subway.
And ever since the bombings, how has it affected you in public?
I'm more cautious in public. Not in every single experience, but in any big event type experience, I'm more ready to look for how I would get out and get people I care about out of a dangerous situation, if one were to arise.
How did the city recover?
They recovered strong because they came together under Boston Strong, which was just a unified support of the country, and we've continued to go out and haven't missed a marathon since, still go the 4th of July. So I think our city recovered strong.
And that's all we have for today.